is Jumblefluff. Welcome back. Today I have a new video for you where I'm drawing a brand new character. This character is a Gorgon, inspired by Medusa and Medusa's sisters, where they have snakes for hair. So like with Medusa, she could turn people to stone, but I don't know if my character does that like automatically. Like she has to want you to turn to stone, not just like happen to look at you. So to get started, I just kind of threw down a few figures. I've been watching a character design class by Jackie Drushko on Domestika. I really enjoyed this class so far. It's been really interesting. But in the video, she talks about putting down just different poses to get a sense of the personality of your character. So without, having a full concept developed, that you can kind of develop it as you go. So that's what I wanted to try here. So you can see I draw some poses with different lines of actions, trying to evoke different kind of feelings for each character, even though, even at this stage where they're just kind of like almost stick figures, like mannequins, like they don't really have a lot going on, but you can still kind of get a sense of something going on, because like the first character is long and lean and she feels like she's stretching out. And then the second character is, more hunched over and mysterious looking because she's looking over her shoulder. So it took a little while, but eventually I got to a place where I had some poses that I liked, and I just kind of roughed in some details, and then I went in and started adding more details like clothing and hair, and more style and personality to each character. So this Gorgon lady, she exists in a world that I'm imagining, where she's like the ringmaster of a circus, or like the leader of a monster girl show. So I'm not really exactly sure how I want to resolve this. I have a lot of ideas for girls to put in the monster group. I have a big list of monster types. I feel like I want to make 12, but then I thought maybe I should make 13, because 13 is more like of a unlucky, sinister number. So I might do that. So we'll see. Yeah. After that, I went in and started adding more details to all the characters. I paid a lot of attention to how Jackie rendered characters in her video, so I tried to emulate that a little bit. I'm still pretty new to digital art. I do a lot more traditional art, so I'm trying to learn how to color effectively and give things a feeling that I like, because I feel like I'm like kind of picky. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what I want yet, so still learning, figuring it out. I also had a really hard time because I accidentally painted the wrong layers, so I colored like the solid colors on the same layer as the line art. Whoops. Not great idea, but I couldn't undo it because I'd already done too much afterwards, so I just tried to work with it the best I could. One thing I really liked learning about was using gradients to shade. I've never really tried that before, but I thought it was really cool. So this character, this first one that is on the left now, she is the 5th pose in the lineup before, but I rearranged them. So I like her hair. Her hair originally was more long and laid back, but I like this one because it kind of reminded me of a circus. Kind of like a big, I don't know, almost like curly hair, like that's done up in pigtails. I think it turned out really cute. So this one, she has kind of a reddish brown snakes, which I wasn't sure if I would add hair in with the snakes or if it would just be snakes. So there's some kind of more loose strands on this hair than the others. And then I gave her kind of like a circus tent inspired top. Then this next girl, I feel like she's almost like the most straightforward as a snake character. So I went with more of like a classic green and yellow snake shading for her hair. So I just wanted her to kind of feel long and lean and a little bit more threatening and sinister. So I think that she turned out okay. You know, I was playing with proportions, so she's really skinny. But I think I was trying to think of like inspiration for fashion, so I wanted to combine with this like circus idea, another idea of like almost like raves or like futuristic fashion. Yeah, so she has on a like jumpsuit that's got one leg and one arm, and then the other arm and the other leg are more exposed. And then she's got on like these big chunky combat boots. I also liked adding scales onto her head. I thought that was a fun little effect so that her hair kind of blended in with her skin more than, say, like abruptly starting snake sprouting from her head. And I don't really render out the snakes in anybody's hair very much, just because this is more for an overall vibe. But I do want to follow up this video with another video on this character who is going to be more developed. And so once I pick my favorite design, I can work on expressions and details and refine her outfit and everything. And I think I can work on refining how the snakes in her hair would look at that point too. So let me know at the end of the video which of these girls is your favorite and which you think I should work on to flesh out the character more. I know which one is my favorite. And I probably will just go ahead and do that one just because it's my favorite. So it's, you know, gut instinct is usually the right one. But just let me know if you like any of them, what you think about them and stuff. Yeah. So let's see. I think I went ahead and started working on this third character. Now this pose was the one that I did last. I think I had done it and I erased it and started over a couple of times because I just didn't know exactly what to do. And I was trying really hard to make up poses from my imagination because I feel like a lot of the time I'm really dependent on references, which is fine. Like that's how I learn and everything. But I want to get better at like being more expressive and not worrying as much about anatomy and like realism, because I really don't want to draw realistically. I really want to draw like crazy cartoon characters. So I'm trying to, you know, grow a little bit and learn more about drawing with action and movement and less of a focus on proportion, even because that can come out a little more stiff. So I don't know. I think that this pose is interesting. I don't think it's like very natural at all, but I kind of like that. Like this character is like really dramatic and over the top, and you know, she doesn't care if she looks natural. She's like, ooh, I'm mysterious and interesting, so pay attention to me. I don't know. I think that she came out pretty interesting looking. So for her hair, I went with this purple color, which I think works well with snakes, and I think it works well with like the darker skin tone as well. The snakes are a lot more ambiguous in this hairstyle, so if I did choose this one, I'd have to really refine how the snakes look. But I think that it is okay. I think it would be an interesting challenge. So in this idea, the snakes are just kind of like wrapped up at the top, and then their heads are all kind of like poking out at the bottom together. Also gave her like this large headpiece thing, which again I think looks like a cobra or something that's kind of like angry. So yeah, I think that I added a few little scales on her head as well, just like the last girl. I don't do this for anymore, but I think that it came out pretty cute. And there I am shading with gradients again. I really think this is an interesting technique, and I probably will keep trying it. That was another thing that I saw in the videos I was watching, where she really emphasized adding highlights to darker skin colors, so I tried that as well. I don't know how I liked it. I think I'll have to practice with that some more. This is the fourth character I was working on. She is going for more of like a excitable showgirl style, which I kind of thought was funny to go with snakes as a theme, because people think snakes are scary and not cute, and then this girl comes out and she's really cute and happy, and she has pigtails and a giant feather for her show and stuff. So I thought that was kind of an interesting combination. I think that her pose turned out really cute. For her snakes, I wanted to go with like an albino snake color. But actually, I think that I moved on to the next girl before I finished this girl's hair, because I was just kind of at a loss. Like, I'm not really sure what kind of snakes she needs in her hair. Yeah, so I started all of them by rendering out their skin and their eyes, and I think that gives people a lot more personality in your characters. And this hair too, I also mixed like the strands of hair in with the snake's hair, so I'm not sure how I like that either. I think it might be better if like her bangs were like their tails or something almost. I'm not sure. I don't know how this would work if I finish this one out. I'd have to experiment a little bit and see how those bangs would work with snake hair. I don't know. So I also, for this girl, tried to give her more of like a ringmaster like coat, like you would expect from like a circus girl. I think it turned out really cute and nice. I like the little shoulder pieces that look like almost military inspired. I don't know. I think it's cute. So, oh yeah, so I did do her hair with like the light pink, kind of like I was thinking albino snakes. Then I moved on to this last girl, which I liked her and I didn't. I liked her pose because I felt like it was really interesting to be like looking over her shoulder. And I added this boa onto her hand because I didn't really know what else to add that gave her more of like a showgirl circus feeling. I like that it kind of feels like she's holding a snake or something. I don't know. It's interesting. So I also liked her face because her face is a little more long and different than the other girls. I gave her a big feather piece in her hair, kind of like a fascinator or something. I think that turned out really cute as well. I gave her pink hair, pink snakes, I don't know, snake hair, I don't know how you would say that properly. I also like that she's the only girl wearing like these bell-bottom pants silhouette. That's one of the things I really wanted to push, is different silhouettes with all of the characters, because it's interesting to think about how a sort of star of the show might dress differently based on their personality. So this one, she has like bell bottoms that are like kind of like connected to her top. I don't know. And that's another thing I didn't super like about this pose is that her outfit feels a little unresolved because I don't have like a front view of it to understand exactly how it would technically function. So I think that it would be good to go back and redraw her with a more straightforward pose. So you can see here I jumped back to the last girl who is the more excitable showgirly, and started adding in some colors to her snake hair. I really like this one, how it turned out, because it almost reminds me of like opals, where it's got little flecks of like pink and blue and different colors. So I think that it turned out really cute. As I move on, I start to color all of their outfits and give them more distinct looks. I wanted the characters to still look like they belonged in the same universe, so I tried to mix and match colors from different characters into other pieces. So here I go with this. I wanted to go play off the classic like red coat, but I wanted it to be a little more of a girlier, fresher color, so it's a little bit more magenta-y. I think it turned out really cute. And then I put on a white dress under it with just kind of like faint stripes. It has kind of a vintagey feel, which I think works well with like the circus theme. But as the other characters I developed, I kind of played in more with the rave or futuristic style. So this one was more of like this straight on circus theme. And I like the way that the gold pieces came out in this rendering. It looks nice and dimensional. And then I gave her some silly shoes too. Her shoes are more like fun than the rest of the outfit, I think. The rest of the outfit is more like a straightforward interpretation, but the shoes are kind of silly and they're just heels with like fuzzy ankles. Yeah, so you can see here where I've already picked out the basic colors for everybody, and you can see I've mixed like the teal of her feathers with the teal of the first girl's skirt. The green of the third girl's outfit matches the green of the second girl's hair, and the gold of the third girl's outfit matches the gold of the fourth girl's outfit. So they're all kind of like looking like they go together, like they can exist in the same universe, even though ultimately they're kind of going to be the same character. I just wanted them to look like they go together, so I think that came out pretty well. Yeah, so I spent some time on her shoes, and I went ahead and took the same color from her feather and added it to her shoes. And I liked doing the different styles of shoes across the characters. Like, I really like these tall boots on the third character. I think that they're really cute. And then the second character has these tall pink boots, and the last character has the shoes that almost look like bowling shoes or something. I'm really not sure exactly what my thought was there. I think I was just like looking at rave shoes. And then the first girl, I don't even know if she has shoes. She just has like black heels, like no design to those ones. I had some fun on this last girl drawing out these feathers on her hair. I went through and added a lot of different hues and colors, and then carved out some feather shapes by erasing a lot of the edges. I think that turned out really cute as well. So for this last girl, she has like this pink sheer top, and then she has a white little corset play suit underneath. I think that it turned out okay as well. And then I tried to render out these little silver buttons so they look a little shiny. And I gave her feather boa a little bit of texture, just so everything looks alive in textured and fun. Because I really want this to be a joyful character as well, even if she is a little more sinister and scary, but there's still something really fun about her. So I don't know where you guys are from, but where I am, it has been snowing a lot. It's very cold out. So I hope that wherever you are, you're staying warm. I hope that you guys had a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. I liked on this last girl drawing out her skirt. I wanted to add a pattern, but I didn't know exactly what kind of pattern to add, so I ended up adding a tone, like using screen tones through Clip Studio Paint, and I just added some polka dots. So I thought that they turned out really cute. Just kind of overlaid them, and I played with the color and the texture, like the blending mode, the layer mode, so that I could get different effects to see what looked good, what I didn't like. And I ended up with kind of a subtle, like, blue polka dot on top of, like, the greenish skirt. Yeah, then I finished up this one shoes, and I wanted to add a pattern to her jumpsuit as well. So, I went in and added a couple of stars in different colors and just fun patterns to play with. This third girl, I must have lost the footage of coloring her outfit, but I liked her outfit a lot, where it's kind of like short in front and then long in the back. It feels like very showgirlish to me. I like how she looks like ready to play with you. I don't know. Here at the end, I added in the speed paint footage from Clip Studio Paint of the entire process, so you can see all of these girls coming together, because I had to cut out a lot. It took a long time to draw all of them. So as I added this in, I wanted to show more of the full process, so you can see me coloring the wrong layer and then coming in with trying to finish up their faces more, add in their colors, their outfits, their hair, or snakes, and just really kind of bringing them to life. I think that this part of the process is really fun, and there's a lot of time to explore and play. So I think it was really, overall, this was a really good exercise, and I really enjoyed doing it. And here you can see the final results for each girl. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you're having a wonderful 2025. And I hope that I will see you again soon when we continue working on our Gorgon girl. Let me know in the comments which one you want to see turned into the full-fledged character. Thanks. Bye.